The last part.
Oh. Hello, everyone. Hello. How are we? It's been a hot minute. So, Brandy and I were just like, well, let's go talk about this book and see what we remember. So,
Yeah, and then because when I got home, I planned on finishing reading the last part.
oh.
Um, but one of the teachers from work called. She's all freaking out about the thing tomorrow. And so by the time I literally just got off the phone with her,
Oh. How much did you have to read?
I think I was in the middle of chapter 43.
And when we read to what?
I will tell you the last thing that I remember reading, they were climbing. They were doing that big old climb with the griffins and all that. That was the last. They had not made it to the top yet.
Oh, okay. Well, interesting stuff happens when they get to the top.
So I am out of the loop and bad girl. But
Oh boy.
my schoolwork took priority, unfortunately.
Well, let's see. Marion's here. She's heading back to Albuquerque. Joe is here. Joe, you changed your little handle there. You used to be just what were you before? I don't know.
Joe Atwood, but
Now
Joe,
you got some
so,
T8 and B and all kinds of stuff there. What happened there? Hello, Lynn. Lynn's here. Judy's here. Sherry's here. Hello. Brenda's here. Look at that. Look at what Brenda just said.
oh, Brenda, I think I look a hot mess, but thank you.
I told her, I said, stop it. You look just fine. What is wrong? She goes, look at my hair. And I'm like, what? Look at my hair. My hair is just all over. I don't have no makeup on. What? Just stop.
I'm like, my hair looks a mess. My makeup looks a mess. I look like I've been running through
I did comb mine before we went live. I did run a comb through it. So anyhow, hello, Gail. How's Gail? Anyhow, so I don't remember what happened in the last section we read. I'm sure stuff happened. Well, the last YouTube did that. YouTube changed your name. Oh, Sherry's got numbers.
Sherry Jones used to be just Sherry Jones.
They all got numbers behind them.
They do. It makes me wonder, do I have numbers behind them?
I don't know. Lynn's got numbers too. What in the world? Joe's is the most interesting, though. She's got numbers and letters.
I know, right? Oh.
Right? Wow. I guess I hadn't noticed until just now that they did that.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Anyhow, because there's too many Sherry Jones out there in the world. So you got to be Sherry Jones 2573. And there's too many Brenda Mama B Drillin. I don't know.
That makes no sense right there.
Yes, I remember when they did that before. They added stuff to people's names, but I thought they changed it back too.
I guess they went.
Anyhow. All right. So way back in the last part that we read, isn't that when they rebelled?
They rebelled. They took all those writers.
Yeah.
And brought them after killing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were abusing her, tormenting her, torturing her, trying to get information out of her. And Dane, I told you guys, I told you, Dane is not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. You guys were all like, I don't like him. I'm like,
I was so mad at him. And then when this happened, I was like, oh, okay. Okay, Dane. Okay.
Yeah.
You have redeemed yourself. You have redeemed yourself.
You don't have a friendship with someone from a very, very young age and go through all the stuff that they've gone through. And then all of a sudden you're just like, no, you've pissed me off. So no, now I hate you and yeah, you can die. No, he came through and he helped her. He did not read her memories.
No, and he killed.
Yeah.
Mindy.
Well, he let her.
Well, yeah, I mean, he got him down.
Yeah.
And he was going to let her finish him off, and she kind of did, but needed that extra.
Yeah.
Push.
Yeah.
He
wanted her to be able to do it too. And so, basically they kind of did it together. They just, they did it together. But they got rid of him. And then they had to escape, and they had help getting out and all that stuff. And they left. They rebelled. They took off. They took all their people with them. Well, not all of them, but all of them that wanted to go.
And some of the teachers went. I was happy to see that some of the professors went.
Yep. So they took off and they went to wherever. I get confused with all the names of all the places and where.
Yeah, I don't remember I just know they went to wherever Brennan is.
And you'd think I would be able to keep track because I've got a map in my book, but that doesn't mean I keep track of every place that they are.
But we had already talked about Mira finding Brennan.
Yeah.
Okay. So now they're all together.
They're all together. Yep.
But now with this newest thing, now, because she knows that she needs to go do whatever she's got to get the luminary.
Yeah.
He wants to see her power.
Yeah.
I just think it's a crappy way that he chose to demonstrate her power with a freaking venom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't care how starved you've done this. Here's, and I think they even asked us in this too. If you've managed to capture a venom, starve it, put it in a box just for her to display her power.
Right.
How many more do you have?
Right.
Tucked away somewhere.
Hang them around somewhere. Yeah. How many
and why do you think that's okay to release for something like that? And they're sitting up there like,
right? Yeah. As these people are down here on this field, they're about to die. They're about to die. They're going to get killed, right? They're about to be killed.
But they don't care because they're in the part where it's that certain special stone that, that power that they have where they hit the ground and everything goes out. If her sister had not have managed to pull a ward around them, just that one action with the venom not even being anywhere near them could have killed them. That right there, like, why would you let something, I don't care how emaciated it is.
Right.
You let something like that and it's for sport? It's
still too powerful. Still.
And then he's a collector, so everybody's worried that he's going to try to collect her, which of course, doesn't happen. But I don't know. I find it weird. I also did not realize that the person that Xaden used to be involved with was a part of the whole Griffin Rider family.
Oh, yeah, Cat. Little Miss Cat. Mm-hmm. And she doesn't like Violet at all.
And she has that special ability to be able to manipulate brains and minds.
She's looking for something. She tried to, okay, so you might not have gotten to this part yet. I don't think you got to this part yet. Because something happens when they're up at, okay, so first of all, let's go back to the dying part, the venom and the powers and all that. And I mean, she was smart to know that she could basically electrocute the field, kind of, they were going to be okay if she just electrocuted the field. That would take care of the venom and, they'd be fine. And so it worked, right? It worked. Who's a little girl, Lynn?
Well, yeah, who's a little girl?
I don't know. Who's a little girl?
I don't know. Those two are little girls. Those two are full of women who have a Cat still wants her man. It's not her man no more.
Right. So anyhow, they get through all that, and then they make the deal. The deal comes. Oh my goodness, the deal. Okay. So, I mean, they're going to get the luminary. That's fine. She's not staying. She's not going to be there and be one of his little tinker toys, And it was very interesting when she found out how much time Xaden had spent there.
That he has his own room.
I know. How much time had he spent there in the past, right? So anyhow, the deal comes. And now they have to take these Griffin Riders and they have to, take them and teach them and help them and blah, 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 blah.
And you've already had where for years and years and years, there's always been a rivalry between the Griffin Riders and the Dragon Riders. Because dragons, honestly, are vastly superior to griffins. But griffins do have, they have their advantages for their riders, but they've always been pitted against each other.
Because the Griffin Riders have always been like the ones that were out there doing bad things and hurting people and killing people and doing stuff they shouldn't, that the Dragon Riders were opposed to. So there's that. There's that. So now, where are they going to now? Where are they going to now? Where are they going to up this hill? Where are they headed?
And I don't know, because I know that they supposedly did, because they did this trek, this climb to, because of the fact that in order for riders, riders had to do the parapet. Well, they don't have a parapet there. So they chose, well, you got to prove yourself some way. So then why make the Dragon Riders do it too? I don't know. I guess it's we're making you Griffin Riders and Griffins.
Are they going up to Shakir? Is that where they were headed up to? Shakir?
I don't know. They're going up to some sort of.
And why are they going there? I forgot. Why are they going there?
I don't even know.
For some reason they got to go up there. I don't know why. The map. There's a lot of places on the map and a lot of words on the map that I don't think I've ever heard of before in the book. I don't know. Or if I have, it's been, I don't know. It's hard to figure out where's what and who and borders and this and that. And there's a lot. But
like I said, I'm liking this book. I don't know where the ultimate, obviously I know that they need the luminary to create a ward is what I'm thinking. I think. I don't know.
Yes. The wards. Mm-hmm.
Right. So I know that they're wanting to create more wards than what is already there. Yeah. Because they want to, the Griffin Riders have done what they've done because they were not getting the resources from the Dragon Riders to be able to protect their family and their friends. So, I understand doing what you have to do to try to protect your people, especially when you get no protections, you've got no wards, you've got no weapons, you've only got what you've got, and the Griffin Riders were it. But I did find it interesting that considering that they have done all this, everything that they could, I found it interesting that for the Griffin Riders, their initiation, nobody died. They're like, die. No.
Like, why
if they get to water, they swim, get to the bank, and then join a different type of.
They just fall in, and they're like, oh, okay, we just swim back and try again.
You're like, nobody dies?
Nobody dies.
I'm the only one's killing people.
Yeah, nobody dies. Interesting. And Darna, she's not really doing much yet. She's still just kind of hanging out and staying away from all the action, and she's not really in the game yet.
She almost got her wing full out. Almost.
Yeah, I know. She's got it. She's like in rehab. She's like in dragon rehab.
Dragon rehab.
Yeah.
I
know. So when they get to the top of the hill, Brandy.
Yeah, what did I miss?
They got all these people and dragons and griffins and all this. The dragons weren't up there. Just their riders were, but the griffins were going up. So it gets all foggy up at the top and they can't see. And they get to the top and they've got a map. They've got like a map and they know where there's certain things along the path that they should avoid and whatnot. And they come to this area where it's a danger spot. You shouldn't touch it. Bad things will happen if you touch this part of the trail. So they have to jump this. And it's about 6 feet. It's about a 6-foot jump. Okay. Well, everybody else has jumped it just fine. Just, they've made it. They've jumped across. They've done, Violet and her little group are towards the back. And Violet, being small and little and short little legs and,
Tired.
yeah, and they're all exhausted. She's like, I don't know. I don't think I can make it. I'm going to make it. But there's another one of the Griffin riders that is the same way, short and little and tired. And, she's worried about her, that she's not going to make it over. And if they don't make it over, bad things are going to start happening. Okay. They're going to be attacked and whatnot.
Oh, God.
Right. So they all kind of make it over. Her squad's over. Her crew is over. They're going to help her. And all of a sudden she's like, I got it. I got it. And she's talking to one of the guys and she's like, you still have your sword. You have a sword, right? And he's like, yeah. She goes, remember what we did for me when I did up on the parapet, up on the whatever, put the sword in the mountain or whatever. And he's like, oh yeah. No, I got a better idea, guys. I got this dagger. It's going to be shorter. It's going to go in the mountain better. It's going to hold tighter, blah, blah, blah. And so he comes from the other side, avoiding the path, can't touch the path. He gets the sword in there. And then she's going to be able to kind of like leap over there sort of and hang on to the dagger and, swing over to the other side. So the one girl, I can't remember her name. They're like, okay, who's going to go first? And she goes, you go, Violet, you go first. You go first. Okay. So Violet's like, okay, I'll show you how we're doing this. I've done this before. I show you how to do it. So she leaps, she grabs the dagger, and I can imagine she's like swinging, like swing, swing, swing on the dagger, till she gets enough momentum to go whoop, and leap the rest of the way over. Yeah. Okay. So then little girl has to come after that. And she leaps and she grabs onto the dagger and she's hanging there. And Violet's like, okay, swing, 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 swing. So you can get across. And she's like, I can't. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can do it. So she gets as much momentum as she can to take off, to leap to the other side, and doesn't make it.
Oh, no.
Didn't make it. She missed. She was right there at this line, and she missed the line. And so then arrows start shooting people. Arrows start coming out and shooting people. Like, who'd they shoot? You guys that read it, help me. One of the guys, he gets shot with the arrows. And then other people go over the cliff or something. And I think a couple of them, somebody fell off and died. And that's when Kat comes into play. And Kat's like, okay, now remember, here's Violet. And she's like hanging there on the edge. And she's got a hold of people that are over the edge. Except her shoulder's out of place. That's it. Her shoulder's been pulled out. Riddick, there you go. Her shoulder's been pulled out of socket. And one of them had to put her shoulder back in the socket for her so that she could keep holding on and helping these people. I don't know. Some of them go over the cliff. Somebody dies. Kat's like, you let him die. You did that on purpose. I'm coming after you, blah, blah, blah. And Riddick's laying there, and Riddick's bleeding out, and he's dying. Meanwhile, the dragons are there, but the dragons can't help. They can't see anything because now the whole thing is fog everywhere. They can't see anything. They can't do anything to help. Violet knows she's got to go up there and she's got to do her magic lightning stuff or whatever to break up the clouds and stuff. So she manages to get on her dragon. He shows up and she manages to get on him and they're flying around. And then what happens? What appears up in the sky? What else flies up in the sky, Brandy, that they don't want to encounter?
A wyvern?
Yep, more than one.
More
than one.
Oh, crap. If you got wyverns, you got Denon.
Yeah, so now they're up there battling up there. They're riderless. They are riderless. But they have to battle these wyvern up there in the sky as they're trying to.
Okay, so the wyvern are there, but they don't have the dark
They don't have their rider list.
The riders, the dark users.
They
Okay.
have their
Well, I mean, they're still dangerous though, as
I know. Yeah.
white.
They thought that they saw one. Turns out there was more like 3 or 4 or something. And she does her whatever. I don't know how it all. There was a lot going on. It was like you're at the point of action film, and there's like this is going on and that's going on, and all this stuff's going on, and then somebody's down on the path still trying to save Riddick, and they got to get him saved, and then Brennan shows up to like heal him and all this stuff, and oh my goodness, pulls arrows out of him, heals him up. That's where we're at.
Wow. Yeah. They had made it to the top of the parapet or top of the thing. And the fog was coming in, and Taryn was like, I can't
see you.
Can't see anything.
I can't do anything. Yeah.
That was where I was at. And that they were, there was one of the Griffin riders and Dragon riders were arguing up ahead.
Yeah.
But that was where I had stopped, and I'm like,
yeah.
I hit go to come into the life that I went, uh-oh.
So then a whole lot of stuff happened in that last little chapter.
So I missed the huge action pack.
You did. I know. And like I said, there was so much going on. It got hard to keep track of everything that was happening. I'm like, next thing, there's dead wyvern. The fog lifts eventually, and they find like 3 or 4 dead wyvern laying down in the valley or wherever they're. I don't know.
What?
Yeah. So I think they're at the top now. I think Riddick is okay. He's being healed by Brennan and getting up to the top and protected.
I know
some people died. I don't know how many died, but some died.
I know one of the things that I found kind of nice was that Liam's sister has now gotten to the part of the letters where now she doesn't hate.
Yeah.
Because she was like, I know my brother, and even if you would have told him not to protect you, he was going to.
4 wyvern carcasses litter the ground. One right in the middle of the very field that they were in that morning. Taryn flies over long enough to make sure that they are in fact riderless. 7 o'clock, yes. Anyhow, I'm not sure. I know it was like a Griffin rider that died. It wasn't one of their people.
Wasn't one of the Dragon riders.
No, that's why Kat's all, that's why Kat's
well,
all.
You know what? She's all because she's no longer the preferred person.
Right.
I don't know. I thought that was really nasty of her to sneak in memories of her with Xaden. The Violet, like, really? Really?
Yes, Gail. Violet did all that badassery with one arm. Yeah, because she still got her injured arm. I mean, it got put back in the socket, so that took care of most of her pain, but she still can't really use it. And so she had to release the arm at one point to lift her hands up and do her, lightning thing. And she's like trying to get her arm up to,
But you have to admit, for someone who her body is weak, this is not a weak person.
Right. No.
I mean,
she's tough. I mean, yeah.
She does what she got to do. This is why her mother, I feel like, I honestly do feel that she would have been wasted in the scribe quadrant.
Yeah.
I mean she's so smart, don't get me wrong.
I think she does get injured more easily. Like when she jumps and leaps and things will hurt, and her, bones and her joints will, and whatnot. But
she just has that tenacity about her.
Yeah.
That is going to be like, okay, yep, I had it, been there, done that, had the t-shirt. I can handle it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. And, that's the kind, I feel like, that ones that already know their body's weak and they have had to endure pain after pain after pain, after a while, they start being able to endure more pain than a normal person will, because they've already been dealing with pain after pain after pain. And so those are the kind that are like, Go ahead. Go ahead. What do you think you're going to do to me?
Yep. Yep. I mean,
This
look,
is everyday.
she's already been tortured twice, and then, she does get injured easily, but I mean, she's got her arms holding out, trying to hold these people up. She's got two people she's trying to hold, and they're like pulling on her, and that, ugh. Yeah, Violet's mother, that was interesting. Mom, the whole conversation and stuff that Mom had back there about, she was basically like,
She was like, I didn't know that they were doing that, and she did admit to putting those on Xaden.
Right.
But she also had a specific reason to help out, and it's a weird way of helping out. But what do you think about the fact that when Violet was tortured, Xaden put another mark on himself?
Yeah, I was going to say Xaden is marked because of her or for her,
and he did it himself. Nobody else had done it.
I mean, because it's supposed to be he's taking on the responsibility of taking care of all those people that he gets marked for. So now she's another one, right?
Yeah.
And she doesn't really like that. I mean, she does, but she doesn't. She still wants to be Miss Badass Independent, and I can do it all, and I can take care of myself, and I don't need anybody. Oh yeah, that was interesting. Liam showing up in the torture room.
And little, granted, I know it was in her mind.
Yeah.
She kind of needed that little presence.
Yeah.
To help her, because he did. He pretty much knocked her out of her
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no, we ain't doing that.
No.
You don't get it together, and this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna hold tight. You're gonna hold tight. You're gonna shut up. You're not gonna. And I know he was only there in her mind,
but still,
yeah, he was there. And he was there when she needed him.
Yeah.
The most.
Yep. You got it. All right. Well, our next section here, we are reading through chapter 52. Do not read 53.
Okay, so read 52. Do not read 53.
Yep.
Gotcha.
You got it.
Got it.
And that takes us up to almost 500 pages.
Oh,
almost 500. We've got 600, and we're getting closer. Well, we're getting closer.
Meaning like we're getting there. We're getting there.
Like, this book is like taking forever. It's just like, oh my goodness, it's just taking forever. I swear.
But man, I did love when Liam's spirit showed up.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't expecting that. So that wasn't a twist that I was expecting.
Right.
But
me neither.
At least some of the stuff that I wanted to happen, like Butthead dying or being killed. I am happy to see that, her friendship was enough to eventually get Dane to be the man that Dane needed to be.
I knew Dane was going to be good. I knew Dane wasn't going to be a bad guy. I mean, childhood friendship, everything they went through, Dane was going to,
He just needed to get out of his
He was hurt. He was mad. He was hurt. He was feeling some sort of way. But in the end, if it's somebody you really, really care for, you're going to care for them, and you're going to respect their choices, and you're going to be there for them. And he was. So.
And see, that's why Mr. Butthead did not take into account when he's like, all right, read her mind.
Go get what you need. Yep. Tell me.
Because if Dane would have been who he wanted him to be, Dane would have been like, friendship or not, all right, I'll dive in her brain.
Mm-hmm.
I like that she was able to protect enough that she could guide him to what he needed to see, to be like, oh, maybe duty should not come before honor, and so, but yeah, they chose the wrong, but I mean, Dane's signet is so rare. You don't have, it's not like they have a whole bunch of ones that they can pull in and go, take your memories.
Yeah.
It's not a common signet.
They were just hoping, that he would do what they wanted him to do. And,
And
that their little riff was big enough that he would be like, okay, fine. I'm still mad at her. Yeah. I don't care about her no more.
no, because he still cared.
Sure.
And maybe when he told the stuff that he told, he didn't realize exactly what the consequences of all that was going to be. And seeing her beat within an inch of her life is like, you want me to do what?
Yeah. Yeah.
At some point, too much is too much.
I mean, people do things when they're hurt, when they're mad, when they've been, had their vision and their future, what they thought, destroyed by someone. It's hard to come back and be like, but I still love you and I still care about you and I'm still, no. That's much deeper than,
That goes deeper than duty. And you're right, Gail. I did like when the guy said, well, your father would be so disappointed in you. And he said, well, I'm disappointed in him, because he finally saw what his father really was.
Yeah.
And now that's got to be hard for somebody who you think that your parent is this duty bound, because like she thought her mother was duty bound, and mom was to a degree, until she showed, look, I'm going to do what I have to defend my kids.
Yeah.
And to protect my kids as much as I possibly can.
Yeah.
So she actually let a part of her mother show, not the general. So I think I like the fact that Violet got to see a little bit of her mother and not general.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was nice.
All right. Well, Dale's making dinner. I got to eat real quick because I got a meeting at 8:00. So got to eat and be ready for that. It's been a long day today. Long day.
You're telling me tomorrow, at least we don't have kids tomorrow. We have PLC day. But take a guess at how much of that day we get to spend in our classroom, working in our classroom.
An hour.
Not even that. We don't get any of it. None.
Oh.
Big fat goose egg. They have something planned for us from the time we get there to the time we leave. The only thing we get is that hour break for lunch. That's our one little thing.
Do you always have an hour for lunch?
When we have days like this, like teacher work days or PLC day, they give us an hour. Because there's no lunch being prepared at the school,
you got to go get something.
You got to go get something. So you got to take into account leaving, getting something, coming back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I looked at the schedule expecting to see, like maybe something carved into the schedule for working in your class.
Yeah, because shouldn't you be able to go back to your room and implement all that wonderful stuff you just learned in your PLC and start working on stuff?
No, because we have the principal needs to talk to us for an hour. Then we have PLCs within our subject area for 2 hours. Then we have a 30-minute of a grade group PLC. Then we have lunch. Then we come back to grade group PLC for an hour and a half. And then we have the district PLC. And then the last part of the day is a fun thing that they've got planned that we've been kind of doing little bits and stuff here and there for. But yeah, the only time, I guess technically, if you turn on our camera during one of the Google Meets, I guess I could try to.
Oh.
That's not, that's not gonna happen because they're gonna be like, why do you keep looking down?
Because you're
I'm
gonna
just
be.
writing notes.
Are you gonna be sitting in your classroom while you're watching it?
No, but I mean, like we have to. So it's a Google Meet. So it's like then we have to turn on our camera so they can see us and we can see them for them to talk to us and say whatever, learn whatever. But that's only for one. That's only for 1 hour. All
So
the rest of it
you're supposed
in
to be sitting there
person.
looking like you're paying attention, not like
So that's 1 hour. All the rest of it is in person at our school
Gotcha.
with our people going, okay, what are we doing now? Okay, so what is it what nobody knows what we're supposed to do. Well, it'll be interesting.
Right. I know. All right. I'm gonna go so I can eat dinner and be ready for my next meeting of the day.
Have fun.
I know, right? Okay. I will talk to everybody later. Have a good night, everybody.